everyone, Nicole here to discuss MMA player groups. We're going to set up some player groups for each matchup on the fight card. Blades and Volkov, I'm going to set up a group so that I don't have both of them in the same lineup. It's okay if you want exposure to both fighters from a particular matchup, but we don't want them in the same lineups most of the time. So what I'm going to do is go create groups. I can do that in the player pool or in the player groups tab. But here I just set up my groups first, the click of a button. However many groups you need. I'm going to order by salary again. I'm going to go make my first group. I'm just going to click here to add Blades to it. Then I need to go find Volkov. Put him in. I'm going to do the same thing. Miller and Roberts, so they're going to go in group 2. So I've got Miller in there now. I go back, put in Roberts. Then I'll go down to green. Go do the same thing for each matchup that I have set up. When I go look at my player groups, it's going to look like this. We're going to use at most one player, which is exactly what we want. So by default, you shouldn't have to change anything on the options. And the group max exposure is set to 100%, meaning this rule is going to apply to 100% of my lineups, which is also what I want. So I've got that set up that way on DraftKings. You're going to do it a little bit differently for the captain records because you'll need the captains to also be in the pool if you don't want any opponents. So I'm going to actually demonstrate that on FanDuel here, which is set up with the MVP slots. So if I did the same thing here and added to Group 1, I need to do that for both players here. And then I'm going to go search for Volkov and do the same thing. Put him in Group 1. Same thing here. And then my groups will look like this for the captain slates and for the FanDuel slates. Use at most one player out of these 4, set up my lineups, and I'm all set. Until next time, this has been Nicole Valencia for the Lineup HQ 2-Minute Drill.